No, that's right. Don't even try, Mike. Town, Ennis, Texas. This is Coach Talk, brought to you by the law firm of Webster, McNair, and McLeod on the Ennis Sports Network. Welcome, everybody. How y'all doing? All right, it's going to be a great show tonight. We'll revisit the big win at Greenville with Ennis head football coach Don Drake. Then we'll pick his brain on the District 6 5A showdown at Terrell this Friday night. We'll have a question and answer with players Desmond Johnson, Travion Stewart, and Kalijah Parker. Then we'll also welcome special guest, Ennis Lady Lions head basketball coach Jada Cox Harris, and players Jasmine Jackson, Dawn Hicks, Mackenzie Bodine. So let's get right to it. Y'all give Ennis head football coach Don Drake a welcome.
Come on, y'all, give it up. It's a live show out there. It's okay. It's all right. Coach, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great.
So good to see you. Looking forward to another ball game this week.
I am.
Another big ball game.
Always look forward to Fridays for
Hey,
sure.
right quick before we get started, are you back on schedule?
Back on schedule.
Well, yeah, you know, we've had the time off and all that
Yeah.
mess.
Oh, yeah, we're back on schedule for
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
Spring, a little spring in your step, right?
Yes,
All
yes,
right, that's
no
what
doubt.
we want to know.
Rested and ready.
Well, Coach, we'll review before we preview. So looking back to last week, your team gets back to 500 on the season. You moved to 2-1 in district play, big win, and another big game. How you feeling about that? How proud are you of this team? And talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, really proud of the kids. You know, when you get a couple of weeks off, right, you never know how you're going to respond, you know, with the time off. I think most people feel like you'd rather just keep the season going. But, you know, as I've expressed to y'all many times, that break came at just the right time for us from a mental standpoint and also from a physical standpoint. But, you know, you're still off the field for a while, and so you kind of got to get back in the groove, and you surely never know how that's gonna happen for you. And you're on the road, right, which is a pretty long travel time for us. You know, it was an hour 45 or so in the bus, and so that always plays a factor or can play a factor as well. So I was really proud of the kids and the way we came out and played and got the victory. You know, everybody's pretty aware of what Greenville's record was coming into the game, but you know, I'm going to tell you, they've got a good group of young kids over there, as y'all saw on Friday in that game, and they played hard, right?
Yeah,
you
they
know,
did.
and they're trying to find their way in learning how to win, and I thought our kids did a really good job of just capturing control of the game pretty early and maintaining that throughout the night.
Well, Coach, you know, with Wendarius sidelined for that game, how did you approach adjusting the run game, and what did you see from Desmond Johnson, Elijah Davis, and the offensive line?
Yeah, I was really proud of those kids stepping in and filling those shoes, right? Obviously, with Wendy being down, that's a big loss to our offensive production. Everybody's very well aware of that. And so really proud of Dez and him stepping in. Did a really fantastic job to open the third quarter for us in that drive. Had some real explosive runs to lead us to that touchdown drive to start the second half. And so really excited for him. Great kid, right? Just does everything right. Does everything we expect him to do, and made the most of the opportunity that he had. And then Elijah Davis at the end of the game, the way he finished that thing off with some good hard running, and everybody knew exactly who we were going to give the ball to and exactly where it was going to go, but it didn't matter. Those guys up front did a great job opening some lanes for him, and he exploded through and did a really good job being a good physical, hard runner right there in the fourth quarter to seal that thing.
It was awesome. I mean, it was really impressive the way the offensive line and that whole power offense came together there to just take the time off the clock and bring the game home.
Yeah, you always want to win a game on offense. You never want your defense on the field at the end having to win it. You want to be able to win it on offense, and those guys did that.
Ronnie, we finally got Coach for a post-game show.
Yeah.
Finally got to talk to Coach. And, Coach, we talked about this question right here as it pertained to Chris Martinez and the poise, the versatility. He's really done it all year, but he was in total command. His ability to run that read option and that pitch game. Talk a little bit about his growth as a passer as well as running this offense.
Yeah, and again, I think it comes back to comfort level. I mean, we talked about Chris stepping back onto the field. He hadn't played varsity football since he was a sophomore, and so really we're 6 games in, and you're watching his development as you go through of a guy that's almost like a brand new starter, right, with as much time as he's had out of that speed of the game. And so you just continue to see him grow and mature each and every week. Again, with Wendarius not being available, that means those touches are going to go to different folks, right, in different ways. And so we've been able to show over the last couple of weeks that we got some explosive playmakers at receiver as well. And so, guys like Travion that y'all are going to see tonight and meet tonight has done a great job for us the last couple of ball games. Kylan Johnson came down with some big catches last week. And so we're just seeing some really great production out of all of the kids involved in the offense. And Chris is a big piece of that because he's got to be the one to deliver the ball to those guys.
Well, now, Coach, your defense, held Greenville to just 40 yards rushing. Came up big on third and fourth down, just one right after the other. What does that say about their growth so far and the preparation and mindset? Yeah,
we preach all the time about play the next snap, right? And obviously you want to be 3 and out and get them off the field, but penalties play a factor sometimes in whether or not that occurs. Even when you're playing great. Sometimes they get a first down off of a penalty situation, and so your kids have to reset their mind, and go back out there and play the next down, even though they've played outstanding to get to that point. They're going to have to go play some more snaps, and so we just keep playing and we keep growing in that mindset of, hey, whatever happened in the last play doesn't matter. What matters is this play, and we got to go produce and get the stop. And so I was really proud of our kids being able to do that. That fourth down there late in the ball game, deep in our territory, right, was huge to not give up that score, give us the ball back because, in that position, I guess we were 24-8, so you're in a 2-score lead, but there was time on the clock that, if they put one in right there, they got a chance to go get an onside kick and potentially make it real interesting. So,
and they had kids that could go from anywhere.
For sure. Yeah, there's no doubt that number one, they had a receiver, made some big plays through the air, and then the tight end that they had was a really special player.
That defensive stand was huge.
Coach, special teams, one of those 3 phases. You got a weapon over there in the kicking game, and Andre Ibanez. His first field goal of the season came in the game number 6, but also in his kickoff coverage. I mean, everything is 7, 8, 9 yards deep in the end zone. Talk about the weaponry or how you can weaponize a guy like that whenever he's kicking for you.
Well, I tell you, when you can kick it in the end zone, you don't have to hold your breath as long as a coach, right? Because, every time you kick it off, you're holding your breath, hoping that something doesn't happen. Because we all know, people are going to put their explosive playmakers on the kickoff return team. And you have to kick it to somebody. And most of the time, there's enough of those guys back there that you're going to put one in the hands of somebody that could do something dangerous if you're not careful. And so when you can kick the ball in the end zone and they just choose to let it roll back there and the ref blows his whistle, you just take that sigh of relief and you're very thankful you got a kid that can do that for you, right? Because it's a huge field position situation for you when they're starting the ball on the 25-yard line rather than further than that. And then the field goals are massive. I told the kids at halftime we had 5 possessions in the first half. 3 of those resulted in points. 2 of them were field goals, right? And, you want to finish with touchdowns, and I understand that. Everybody wants to score touchdowns, but you've got to be able to put the ball through the uprights too, and score some points. And we showed that we could do that. I think he had a 42-yarder and a 38-yarder, I think, and then one was around 24, I believe, something like that. So he's got a really strong leg, and we feel pretty confident if we can get right there around the 30-yard line that he's got an opportunity to put it through the uprights for us and extend the lead.
Yeah, definitely blessed with a serious weapon, as versatile as Ibanez is. He play anywhere. Well, the offensive line often won the battle in the trenches. How would you describe the chemistry, execution, and effort of your offensive line versus Greenville?
Yeah, we've talked about this several times. I mean, those guys just continue to get better and better, and produce. And we had some new faces in there the other night that hadn't played a ton of snaps, right? Yep. And so Noah Hinojosa stepped in and did a great job for us. When Big Duke went down there in the third quarter, you got some guys that are having to step in and play some more snaps, and so, they work really, really hard at their craft, and so much of the game, I say this every week, is won up front, right? It's won with the offensive line, and it's won with guys like KP and the defensive line that you're going to meet tonight. You got to win the battle in the trenches, and when you do that, then you feel like you got a really good shot at winning the ball game.
So, Coach, we had a few penalties in that game last week.
We did.
I think there was 21, maybe 200 yards total between the two teams. Talk about, as a coach, the composure during in-game of handling that when you see a rash of penalties like that, and then in post-game preparation for the next week. How do you maybe get a handle on that going in?
Well, we always evaluate what they were, right, and are they things that we actually did or not, and are they in our control? Right, and there's some of those things where kids, things are going to happen. You're playing really hard, you're playing really physical, and you grab a face mask by accident, right? And so, you're not going to grill a kid for that because that, it's an unfortunate situation, not thing that's done intentionally, right? It's obviously very costly. So you talk about the fact of how costly some of those mistakes are, but you got to figure out what you need to highlight, what you need to emphasize, and what you need to do to hopefully improve the ones you can control, and then just put it away and play the next down for the ones that you can't, right?
Yeah. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time right now. We're going to take a short break, and we're going to come back and dig off into some Terrell.
You bet.
And we'll be back right here at Coach Talk at Fern in the Wild on Ennis Sports Network. We'll be back after these messages.
Getting ready for game day? Doc's Beverage and Convenience Store has everything Ennis Lions fans need, from snacks and drinks to services that keep you rolling. Inside, the Kolache Depot serves up the best kolaches in Texas you don't want to miss out. Need cash? Quick cleanup? Doc's has an ATM, check cashing, and even a car wash that earns you 10 cents off per gallon of fuel. Stop by the drive-thru or check wash to get freshened up before kickoff. Open 24/7 on Ennis Avenue west of I-45. Doc's is proud to support Ennis and the Ennis Lions.
When it comes to keeping your railroad on track, trust the experts at Lone Star Railroad Contractors. Family owned and based in Ennis, Texas since 1993, we're a 24/7 on-call service for maintenance and construction, covering routes from New Mexico to Nebraska, Texas to Tennessee. Don't get derailed. Let us keep your rails clean, safe, and moving. Proud sponsors of the Ennis Lions. Visit LoneStarRailroad.com or call Josh Newman at 972-878-9500. Lone Star Railroad Contractors, we're making tracks.
Interstate Bank and Trinity Capital Bank are proud supporters of our Ennis Lions. These two hometown teams share a commitment to excellence and community. At ESB, customers come first with friendly, personal service only a true local bank can provide. With locations in Ennis, Sunnyvale, Dallas, and Forney, they're always close by and ready to help. Interstate Bank and the Ennis Lions, two of the best teams in town. Go Lions! Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey, Ennis Lions fans, keeping up with a business and understanding its tax obligations can seem overwhelming and complicated. McElroy and Associates is here to help. They offer services including accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation. Their office is informal, their staff is approachable, and their rates are competitive. To schedule an appointment, call 469-903-6101. McElroy and Associates. They look forward to helping you discover a better way to run your business. When life changes in an instant, you need a legal team with a legacy of winning high-stakes, serious injury, and wrongful death cases. At Webster, McNair, and McLeod, we fight aggressively to secure the full compensation you deserve. With over 120 years of combined experience and nationally recognized trial lawyers, we bring trusted strength to complex litigation. Go to wvmlaw.com or call 713-581-3900. Webster, McNair, and McLeod. When the stakes are high, experience matters.
Are you looking to buy or sell your new home in Ennis, Ellis County, or beyond? Call Amelia Valdez at City Real Estate, where we turn for sale into sold. Bilingual, professional, and dedicated, Amelia and the City Real Estate agents offer a seamless professional service with a personal touch. Whether you're a first-time homebuyer or ready to list property, Amelia Valdez and her team have the experience and passion to guide you every step of the way. Visit us at 102 West Ennis Avenue or call 469-658-5506. Amelia Valdez, City Real Estate. Your home, your future, your sold.
Welcome back to Fern in the Wild in Ennis, Texas, everybody. Give it up for Coach Drake as we continue with more of Coach Talk. He's Ronnie Greer. I'm Tim Samuels. And
Coach, before we jump to Terrell, I wanted to ask you, Adrian Rivera's interception and Kalijah Parker's just disrupting the whole stadium. And how important is it to have defenders who can shift that momentum with those big plays like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, right? I mean, those tackles for loss that KP was able to get, I mean, that changes everything for an offense when you're behind the sticks, right? And so that's big. And then Adrian's interception, really excited for him. Y'all have seen that kid just grow over the course of the season. You've seen his confidence grow, right? I mean, it goes back to, we lined up against Kaufman. I just watched him start to blossom, right? Every week just keeps getting better and better. So really excited about the interception he made too, because those were key parts of the game, right? And it helps your defense get them off the field and get the ball back to your offense. So it's nice to have those guys on our side of the ball.
Coach, let's talk about these Terrell Tigers. Max Preps says that they're the 62nd best team in 5A Division II. They look a little bit better than that on tape, Coach.
I'd say so.
Well, let's look ahead and talk about the key areas that the Ennis Lions and the staff have been focusing on in practice this week. Get this momentum or keep this momentum going into this game?
Mm-hmm. Well, it starts with physicality. I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, they run a wing T style offense, right? And it's they're there to bloody your nose, right? So you better line up and you better bring it and play really, really physical. So that's one of the things that we've obviously emphasized in practice is the physicality. And we feel like we're a pretty physical football team, right? But it's like I told the kids yesterday, y'all better show up tomorrow morning, talking about this morning, and be ready to get after each other, because we're going to have to do that on Friday. And if we won't do it on a Wednesday morning, it's going to be hard to do it on a Friday night. So
that's right.
We got after each other today and beat on each other quite a bit, and it was good to see, because, I mean, the intensity level in practice was great this morning. So I would say if we're emphasizing one thing more than anything else right now, it's that physicality. We got to line up and play with it on both sides of the ball to come out victorious on Friday night.
Well, Coach, let's piggyback on that just a little bit more, because I think to your point of physicality, this is a Terrell Tiger football team that is averaging 327 yards on the ground, and one of those young men is kind of a little bit of a piece of dynamite. Julian Ashley, an exciting running back that's run for over 800 and something yards. Talk a little bit about his elusiveness, his speed. He breaks tackles, extends plays. What's the key to containing a back like that? And he's not the only one. Roderick Hambrick is another one back there. So talk a little bit about that.
They've got a couple of them that are pretty good, right? So you can't just keep your eyes on one, and the other one will hurt you pretty badly as well. I think the key, again, is it's a style of offense that everybody's got a job to do, and everybody's got to line up and do their job. And most offenses are designed, right, where there's going to be one unblocked guy that's going to have to make the play. And so we're going to have that guy in position to make it, and we got to make the play. Now, hopefully we got some other guys over there that defeat the block, right?
Yep.
And things don't turn out the way they're supposed to from their scheme. But we still got to play gap control football. I mean, this offense forces you to do that, right? I mean, they're going to hit you with the trap up the middle. They're going to hit you with the G off tackle, and they're going to hit you with the buck on the outside.
Yep.
And then they will sling it down the field too. I mean, that's the thing that Terrell probably hasn't done as much over the last several years, but they'll throw it down the field to these guys that can run, and they can catch it and really hurt you. So everybody's got to be awake. Everybody's got to be on point and focused. And when we get an opportunity to get our hands on that kid, we've got to get him to the ground pretty quickly.
Well, you kind of touched on this next question and all of that, so I'm going to skip on down here. Heritage had early success moving the ball, but couldn't capitalize late, in that ball game with Terrell. What lessons can your offense draw from that and stay efficient across all fourth quarters?
Yeah, so again, I think it comes back to consistency and staying ahead of the change, right?
Right.
You can't find yourself in third and long all the time and expect to be productive offensively. So, we had a 17-play drive the other night against Greenville, and it ended in a field goal, not a touchdown, but that's pretty consistent football to take 17 snaps, down the field, and we ate a lot of clock, which is a good thing,
yes.
And if you're going to play a team like Terrell, I think it's a really good thing because you keep their explosive offense on the sideline,
exactly.
and that's the goal, right? Is keep them on the sideline, keep the ball in our possession. But to do that, you're going to have to be really consistent. You're going to have to be able to run the football. I mean, there's no doubt about that, right? When you run the ball, the clock runs as well. So you've got to be able to run the football and create some explosive plays on your own. You're always going to need those. Those are critical in games. But, most games are going to be decided by explosive plays and turnovers, and penalties play a role in that too. So we got to make sure we don't hurt ourselves and put ourselves behind the sticks because of, jumping off sides or holding calls or things along those lines. But I think going back to your point about Heritage, it just comes down to, Heritage moved the ball well at times, right?
Yeah.
But then they found themselves with some inconsistency and some turnover issues that really made the difference in the game.
Coach, it's not rocket science when you get down to the final 4 games of a regular season. There's playoff implications on the line, right? How do you keep your team focused on the task at hand? Focus on one game at a time, that old coach speak.
Yeah.
But it's not really just coach speak. It's really how you have to play the game, right?
No, that's exactly right. I mean, and you've got to talk to it all the time because it's really easy to look ahead, right?
Yes, sir.
And look ahead to something else down the schedule. But, we talk about being 1-0 this week. I mean, that's our goal, right? Go be 1-0. And so, we preach that message all the time. We try to keep them tuned in on what's going on at this particular moment, this particular week. And we've got enough, we got our hands full Friday. We got enough to worry about with Terrell. We don't need to be looking ahead to anybody else, that's for sure.
Anything in particular you'd like to add?
No, I think we're excited. We're ready for the opportunity to go compete and play. We've played pretty well on the road so far this year, so I look forward to being back out there again and getting a chance to line up against them and get after it.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to it, excited about it, ready to get over there and get it done.
Yes, sir.
Take us out, Tim. Ennis head football coach Don Drake.
Give it up for Coach Drake. Coach, we appreciate it as always. Best of luck Friday night. Everybody get out there to Terrell or tune in right here at Ennis Sports Network YouTube. We'll take a quick time out. Again, this is Ennis Sports Network with Ronnie Greer, Tim Samuels, and Coach Talk with Don Drake. We'll be right back after these messages.
Navarro Contracting is locally owned by Ennis Line alumni Corey and Cody Navarro, offering turnkey construction services and excellent workmanship. Navarro Contracting has 14 years of experience and keen knowledge of the industry. You will receive exceptional customer service and hassle-free completion of all your project needs start to finish. For a job well done, call Navarro Contracting at 469-550-4515, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions.
The boys are back in town, so gear up for another Ennis Lions football season with some new glass. Here at Ennis Glass, the job isn't finished until you're satisfied. Family owned and operated for 35 years, Mike and Chris Vasquez knows what it takes to get the job done right.
So call now and get your free estimate today, 972-878-9902. That's 972-878-9902. Financing available.
The glass that lasts.
I'm Jeff Irish, your Ennis Edward Jones financial advisor. We're all about financial investments, but we also value the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of Ennis Lions football on the Ennis Sports Network. Call me today, 972-875-4706, or visit edwardjones.com for all your investment needs. Making sense of investing. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Looking for the best personal protection and hunting season needs in town? Mosey on over to Ennis Pond and Loan, your one-stop shop for everything from tools to treasure. Located at 901 Lake Barble Road in Ennis, where we buy, sell, and trade tools, jewelry, gold, silver, and more. Our experienced team is here to help with appraisals and repairs. Our license to carry classes are held every second Saturday of the month with private sessions available upon request. Visit our shop or give us a call at 972-875-9200. Ennis Pond and Loan. Trusted, local, and always loaded with great deals.
Kozlowski's Collision Repair is run by a family that will treat your vehicle like their own. Located in Ennis, they provide professional and affordable collision repair that you can depend on. Dent removal, auto body work, and collision repair, you name it, and you'll take care of it. Contact Kozlowski's Collision Repair today at 972-875-3900 for all of your collision repair needs. Kozlowski's Collision Repair, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions.
At the Baker Firm, Fidelity National Title, our goal is to complete your real estate transaction as quickly and smoothly as possible. Located at 116 North Dallas Street in historical downtown Ennis, the Baker Firm is here to service all your real estate needs while still providing that one-on-one personal relationship. Whether you're buying or selling a home, investment, or commercial property, we can help you get from contract to close, all while offering the best customer service in the business. Call us at 469-894-2152. The Baker Firm, Fidelity National Title. It's always better with Baker.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fern in the Wild as we continue with more of Coach Talk with Don Drake. For Ronnie Greer, I'm Tim Samuels, and now a couple of special guests for the Ennis Lions. How about a round of applause for these two guys? Desmond Johnson, Travion Stewart, and two of the offensive weapons for the Ennis Lions. And so we're going to have a little Q&A with these two young men. Are you guys ready to go?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and kick us off, Ronnie.
All right, Des, you started in place of an injured Wendy Jones and made every carry count. What was your mindset stepping into such a pivotal role in that crucial ball game?
I think it's just always having the same mindset every week, in and out, just being ready when my name's called to perform at the best of my abilities, be able to do what the coaches tell me to do, and just be able to execute at a very high level to help us win a ball game.
Once you got that first carry out of the way, it just kind of flowed, right?
Yes, sir.
It looked like it.
Yes,
I mean,
sir. That first run's always a little, what am I going to do, like nervous. But after that, it flows from there.
Find the hole, right?
Yes, sir.
All
yes,
right.
sir.
You know, Desmond, if you want to know the truth, Ronnie and I were talking about halftime where we hadn't seen Desmond Johnson yet.
Yes, sir.
And you come out that second half, it's like Coach Drake heard us back there talking about it, and you came out to start that third quarter, and you just took over from there.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Travion, in a spread system that emphasizes space and tempo, how do you mentally prepare to be the go-to target on any given snap?
Oh, I watch film, and, whatever I watch on the film, I take it and put it on the field and just be ready for the ball. Stay ready.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
You're ready to hit that home run anytime you get a chance, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I am.
Translated. Right on. Okay. Des, you racked up 52 yards on 7 carries. What was working so well for you, and, what kind of offensive line moment can you give us? Was there one in particular time when you knew that the block was there and you were going to get yards out of it?
Yeah, probably that first speed option play we did, and just being able to be in communication with the quarterback at the right time. And whenever he pitched that and I saw that cutback hole, I was like, oh, yeah, it's going to be a good run. And just the O-line set it up well, just be able to hit it and get some yards.
How's that first success make you feel? I mean, what comes over you?
It felt good. It was just good to help the team as much as I could.
Good deal.
Travion, what's your favorite route to run, and how do you use your technique to create separation against light coverage?
My favorite route to run, probably a fade ball.
Okay.
Yes, sir. And the separation, I just you get open.
Now, do you like, as a wide receiver, do you like to see any press man coverage, or do you like to see them playing off?
Yeah, mostly I like to see them press.
You want to see them press?
Yes, sir. 'Cause I know they can't keep up with my speed. So yes, sir. I like
Ready
them to press more.
Do a flyby.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Well, with that kind of speed too, that stutter step that you got, man, like
yes,
you did that kid last Friday night on that touchdown run.
Yes, sir.
I mean, he was totally lost. He broke his ankles, man. I mean, that was great. Okay, what kind of adrenaline is it that you feel when you clear the line of scrimmage into that second level, Dad?
It's like, it's a different feeling because your heart's beating. You like, where do I go? Where do I go? You see it and you hit it and you feel untouched and it's a good feeling.
You set yourself for contact and then there is none.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
You expect it, at a physical position, but once you just see it, you hit it, and yeah.
Right on.
Travion, everybody knows Ennis, 5-time state champion, very proud football program, a tradition of being tough, team first. How do you balance your personal stats with the Lions' bigger goals in mind?
I really during the games, I really don't just worry about too much of personal stats. I just worry about what I can do to help the team to get the victory. And yeah.
All about the team.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can't
All
be
right,
selfish.
Love it. Love it.
Coach trusted in you to help establish the run game there in the second half. What does that confidence from the staff mean to you going forward?
It feels good knowing that they believe in me to make the right plays, knowing that my team believes in me to be there at a certain point in time and make a good play, just able to help in any way possible.
That's a good one.
Travion, think about a time during this season and walk us through the moment where you had to make an adjustment mid-play, you had to improvise to make something happen. Describe what that was.
Most definitely the one-hand catch from Midlothian Heritage when I scored the ball. He was playing zone at first, and he came up pressing me in my face. I looked at Chris. We made eye contact, so we already knew what it was gonna do. So he just hiked the ball, snapped it. I don't even know how I caught the ball really. I just kept my eyes, just kept focused on the ball.
Oh, that was ESPN top 10,
sir.
brother. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Just kept
beautiful.
my eyes on the ball.
All right, Des. You've been grinding all season. How did it feel to finally break through in such a big moment?
It feels good knowing that every day I wake up, go to practice. We know it's going to be a physical practice. We always work hard, and just knowing that, it feels good. It feels good.
Well, I know that as a team. I'm talking as an individual. Okay, you've come this far. Seen some playing time, but not necessarily enough probably in your mind.
Yes, sir.
But then you get that moment to break through. What did that mean to you?
It meant a lot knowing that I put in a good amount of work to go out there and do it and show what I can do and prove that I can play ball.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
Travion, there's always chemistry between a quarterback and a wide receiver, right? And you and Chris, you talked about Chris moments ago. Kind of talk about the chemistry you and Chris, or your quarterback in general. How often do you work? Do you put in extra time? Do you spend film study together? Talk a little bit about that chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Yes, sir. So last year, it all started last year when we were on JV. It was Chris' first game back because he couldn't play on varsity because of eligibility. So it was his first game back, and we were playing Midlothian Heritage, I think. Yes, sir. And it was just I knew the kids, they couldn't guard me. So I just kept looking at Chris, just throw a fade ball, scored 2 touchdowns off of that. And then every day at practice, we just I can't really just think of a word, but
uncanny. It's uncanny to be on that level with someone
yes, sir.
without even talking to them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
I can just look at Chris, and we'll just know what route to do.
Based on the coverage?
Yes, sir. Based on the coverage, we already know.
Now, is this an intuition, and is this just an eye contact thing just because y'all's working together, or are y'all doing any checks at the line of scrimmage?
Sometimes we'll check. He'll look or he'll tell me what to do, and I'll just do it. But other than that, it's just eye contact. If he pressing, we already know what to do.
You're both seeing the same
You're getting
thing.
that head nod. He
Yes,
knows
sir.
what to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's awesome. All right, Des. How do you build on this performance heading into next week? What's your focus now?
Focus now is just getting better every day, being able to work hard at practice, play physical, play hard, give the defense looks to help us win a ball game, give the offense, give everything I can in offense, and just being able to help us win in a big week this week and just keep that going forward and make a playoff run.
So, Travion, what advice do you give any younger players about staying focused when the ball doesn't come their way? Everybody wants the ball. Mm-hmm. There's only one of those pigskins out there, right? So how do you help facilitate and help encourage younger players to stay focused, keep grinding? The ball will find you if you keep working hard.
Just stay focused, do your job. Like, if you know the ball not coming to you, just do what you need to do to help the team and just do your job.
Still got a job to do, don't you?
Yes, sir.
All right, same question for both of you. Go ahead, Des, with this one. What does it mean to be an Ennis line?
It means everything. Like, whenever Coach Drake brings in the people from the past that have played and they speak, like, what they see, I just, like, always agree with them because it's a blessing to play here. You get to play hard, and you just, like, the community around you, always supportive, always able to just be you, and just toughness, all that. It's a nice qualities to have later on in life, not just in football.
Same thing, Trey.
Yes, sir. Speaking of like what Desmond said about the toughness, for sure. You have to be tough to play for the Ennis Lions. You have to. If you're not tough, it's just not going to work out. Like, it's just a tough program. Like Coach Drake said, you have to play. You don't say that, sir. Hold on.
It's okay.
I lost my thought.
It'll come back to you. But let me throw this out there.
Yeah.
Okay. In 10 years, I call you on the phone. I say, hey, man, will you show up to talk to the kids Friday? What's your answer?
Oh,
Yes, sir. Without a doubt.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, we're about to close it out, guys. Good week of practice this week.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Ready to go.
Yes, sir.
Big game against Terrell.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Go
sir.
take care of business, gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Hey, big round of applause right here. Desmond, Trey, awesome job, fellas. Way to go, guys. Outstanding. Appreciate it, Trey. With that, we'll take another timeout. We'll be back with more Coach Talk brought to you by Webster, McNair, McLeod. We'll be back right after this.
Let's be honest, moving is stressful. Nobody looks forward to packing up and hauling out. That's why you want to call Frank Weaver at A1A Movers in Ennis. One quick phone call, a few details, and just like that, your move is booked. Their team, total pros, friendly, experienced, and efficient. This isn't a weekend gig for them. Moving is what they do, day in and day out. Homes, businesses, local or long distance, one haul does it all. If you're planning a move, get with the crew you can trust. Visit A1AMoving.com. A1A Movers, your move made easy.
Interstate Bank and Trinity Capital Bank are proud supporters of our Ennis Lions. These two hometown teams share a commitment to excellence and community. At ESB, customers come first with friendly, personal service only a true local bank can provide. With locations in Ennis, Sunnyvale, Dallas, and Forney, they're always close by and ready to help. Interstate Bank and the Ennis Lions, two of the best teams in town. Go Lions! Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Rooftime General Contractors is a full-service contractor serving Ennis, Waxahachie, and the DFW Metroplex. Rooftime brings an experienced, friendly, skilled, and knowledgeable staff to your projects with 30 years of experience in residential and commercial insurance claims resolution. If you have storm damage and you need a free estimate or an inspection, contact EHS alum Joanne Jones, Scott Laza, or Blake Butler with Rooftime General Contractors at 972-723-8463 or follow them on Facebook. It's prime time for Rooftime.
On the field, it's all about defense. And at Prestige Contracting, we bring that same winning mindset when it comes to your roof. We're here to block out leaks, tackle storm damage, and keep your home and business protected all season long. Don't wait until the next storm puts you on the sideline. Trust Prestige Contracting, the hometown roofing team that always plays to win. Call 469-337-3049 or visit prestigecontracting.llc. Building strong roofs and strong communities.
Howdy, folks. This is Dr. Matt Boyd. Our staff at Ennis Veterinary Clinic is positively passionate about your pets. We've been providing the very best care for your four-legged friends here in Ennis for more than 40 years. Dr. Jason Zollinger and I and all the clinic doctors are available for full-service medical and surgical care for your furry friends. Come on in and see our newly remodeled facility or check us out at EnnisVetClinic.com and find some warm hearts for those cold noses. Ennis Veterinary Clinic is proud to support the Ennis Lions.
Need electrical work done right the first time? Since 1976, Angel Electrical Construction has powered business with pride. From commercial industrial projects to healthcare and data centers, our licensed technicians handle it all, big or small. With offices in Dallas, Fort Worth, and right here in Ennis, we're just around the corner, ready to serve and proudly support our Ennis Lions. Call 214-824-6369. or visit angelecc.com. Angel Electrical Construction, where power meets pride.
Welcome back, everybody, to Fern in the Wild as we continue with more of Coach Talk with Don Drake. For Ronnie Greer, I'm Tim Samuels, and now joining us on the hot seat, Kalijah Parker. Kalijah, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing good.
How about give it up? Big round of applause for KP.
What a game. What a game, man.
So, Ronnie, we're going to kick it off. I guess I'll take the first question, brother.
Go right ahead, sir.
So, we kind of wrapped up some of your teammates with this kind of question, Kalijah, but what does it mean to wear the Ennis jersey on those Friday nights, and especially with the community and the solidarity supporting you, behind you? What does all that mean?
It means a lot that I get to, play in this town, play for Ennis, play on Friday night, and knowing that I have this nice community and my teammates, supporting me and, always having me by my back.
Right on.
Kalijah, your 3 tackles for loss and that sack really, shifted the momentum in the ball game. What did you see in Greenville's offensive setup that allowed you to anticipate and disrupt so effectively?
We go over film, a lot. Sometimes I study film on my own, and, we work on getting our hands on the tackle whenever there's a down block. So once I see that, I run the hill line, and, that will help me make them big plays.
How do you see that performance influencing the younger guys on the defense, especially in terms of setting the tone for physicality and discipline?
I feel like, my performance, it encouraged, being physical, having discipline, encouraged the younger guys, JV, younger guys to do the same, replicate that, and when they get older, that create a good team, and,
So, Kalijah, needless to say, you're a critical component of that defensive front for the Ennis Lions, and
yes,
and you mean a great deal to the Lions defense, and really kind of control a lot of what happens at that line of scrimmage in the battle of the trenches. Talk about the growth of your game from last year to this year. How have you seen yourself get better, improve? Talk a little bit about that.
So, I played JV last year, so I say that helped me, get ready for the varsity season while also working, all season, working out, getting my speed up. And I say that I improved, like, being able to react to the plays, being able to, read them, and, yeah.
And getting all those extra reps down to JV you're talking about probably help really progress you for varsity level this year.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Is there one coach in particular or an individual in particular that helped you level up?
I say Coach Reapy. Also, Coach Hollywood. And, yeah.
All right. Well, as a defensive lineman, you're in the trenches every snap. What's your mindset when the ball is about to be snapped? what goes the first thing to hit you in the head when that ball snapped?
The first thing is, make sure I always know my assignment. That's the first thing that, everybody should have. Then after that, I hitting the net, make sure I'm striking, being the most physical on the field and being ready to make them plays.
Right.
So, Kalijah, you've got 6 games under your belt, 4 more in the regular season, hopefully some playoff football.
Yes, sir.
In these first 6 games, think about a moment where you came up clutch, where you came up with a big-time performance that really changed the tide of the game, the momentum. Can you think of a moment where you really stepped up in a big way?
Yeah, I'll say this past game, on that third down stop that I got, I say that helped build the momentum for the offense. I think that they scored that drive after that. But yeah, I feel like that play helped build the momentum for the offense to score.
Okay, a turning point.
Yes, sir.
It kind of held that offense back to where they didn't get a real good punt out of it either, and set up good field position on that drive. Yeah, I remember that one. All right, you face some tough offensive lines. Who's been the best and the most challenging matchup? And what did you learn from it? Not necessarily an individual, but the setup of the team that you're facing against their offensive line scheme.
I say Heritage because, their O-line was pretty big. I think one of the tackles were he was 6'7" or something like that. So, yeah, they had a lot of beef. So that gave me a little trouble. But, I learned from that, always staying low, striking hard, and, yeah.
I don't.
Thinking about leadership, thinking about teamwork, how do you and your fellow linemen hold each other accountable?
Like I said, we make sure we know our assignment, make sure we are looking at coach on the sideline for the calls, and, be ready to roll, rock off the ball and, make a play.
Got a follow-up?
So now let's look ahead. You got a lot to play for. So what goals are you chasing personally as a team as you build toward the playoffs?
Personally, I wanted to build my skill, being able to play better at a high level, and compete with the the better people, better O-linemen, and as a team, build better chemistry, building getting our skill together better, and making it to the playoffs too.
All right.
And hopefully get state.
Being where you are now, and the development that you've had over the early part of the season here, what is it? Maybe the one or two things that you can point back toward the off season and the reload from the summer that brought you to the physical and mental state that you're at now?
I'll say I'll start with the mental part first. I feel like so what we did these things called tempos where we just run 100 yards, down, back. And I feel like that helped, physically build the stamina, the endurance, but also mentally, to keep going, keep driving, and
knowing you can do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And physically, lifting them weights, always in the weight room. Sometimes I watched a little film from the last year past, to make sure to see if I can spot anything, this year.
So Kalijah, to wrap it up like we did with Desmond and Travion, good practice week. Good one for you. Ready for Terrell?
Yes, sir.
Ready to go get a W?
Yes, sir.
Right on. How about a round of applause for Kalijah Parker? Kalijah, great job, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Right on. Good to have you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for your time, son.
Thank you.
We'll let you go get something to eat now.
Best of luck to you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And with that, we're going to shift gears from football to a little basketball, as I understand it.
Talk some hoops ball here.
We're going to do that, and we're going to do it right after this commercial break. We'll be back at Fern in the Wild right after this.
Howdy, folks. This is Dr. Matt Boyd. Our staff at Ennis Veterinary Clinic is positively passionate about your pets. We've been providing the very best care for your four-legged friends here in Ennis for more than 40 years. Dr. Jason Zollinger and I and all the clinic doctors are available for full-service medical and surgical care for your furry friends. Come on in and see our newly remodeled facility or check us out at EnnisVetClinic.com and find some warm hearts for those cold noses. Ennis Veterinary Clinic is proud to support the Ennis Lions.
At Permaco Royalties LLC, we buy oil royalties, gas royalties, and mineral rights. Our primary focus is the Permian Basin in West Texas, but we buy anywhere in the United States. Permaco Royalties, along with its principals, are committed to providing sellers with the smoothest closing process in the industry. In an effort to deliver to mineral and royalty owners, we offer competitive prices and promise to work quickly from start to finish. If you are interested in getting a free offer with no obligation to sell, please contact us at offer@permaco.com. When life changes in an instant, you need a legal team with a legacy of winning high-stakes, serious injury, and wrongful death cases. At Webster, McNair, and McLeod, we fight aggressively to secure the full compensation you deserve. With over 120 years of combined experience and nationally recognized trial lawyers, we bring trusted strength to complex litigation. Go to wvmlaw.com or call 713-581-3900. Webster, McNair, and McLeod. When the stakes are high, experience matters. Hey, Ennis Lions fans, keeping up with a business and understanding its tax obligations can seem overwhelming and complicated. McElroy and Associates is here to help. They offer services including accounting, bookkeeping, payroll, and tax preparation. Their office is informal, their staff is approachable, and their rates are competitive. To schedule an appointment, call 469-903-6101. McElroy and Associates. They look forward to helping you discover a better way to run your business.
This is Jake Willingham, Realtor and team leader of the Willingham Group at Keller Williams Realty and proud supporter of the Ennis Lions. We want to wish the Lions all the best this season and thank the community and our clients for their continued support. We're not just about buying and selling properties, we're about building relationships and providing you the best possible real estate experience. Give us a call at 972-740-6851 or visit our website at soldlikeamug.com and let's tackle your real estate goals. Go Lions!
Big mess? No stress. Call Ace Solutions, your local junk removal and bin rental experts. Whether you're cleaning out the garage, remodeling, or demoing a whole building, Ace Solutions has the bin for you. Need construction cleanup? We handle the mess so you don't have to. We're locally owned, available 24/7, and proud to serve Ellis County and beyond. No surprises, just honest pricing and dependable service. Call 972-935-8954 or 214-448-1916. Say habla español. Ace Solutions, you call and we haul.
We are back live from Fern in the Wild right here in Ennis, Texas with more Coach Talk with Don Drake. But now we're going to shift to another coach with Ennis ISD. Ronnie Greer, I'm Tim Samuels, and joining us now, head basketball coach for the Lady Lions, Jada Harris. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
How about it? Come on.
Give it up.
It's a live show. Make some noise. It's okay.
Now, Jada, we're going to give you the same opportunity we've given every first-time coach on the show.
Okay.
Now, probably everybody in this room and most everybody watching at home knows who Jada Cox Harris is, okay? But there's a bunch of them that don't, so we're going to give you the opportunity. Who is Jada Cox Harris? Where did you come from? Where did you go, and how did you get back home?
Well, born and raised here, graduated in Ennis in 2014. After I finished playing, I went on to play basketball at a small junior college at Tishomingo, Oklahoma. Finished there and ended up transferring back to Navarro and finished my basics and got my bachelor's degree from UNT. And then God gave me an opportunity to come back home, and I started off at the junior high. I was there for about three years, and then Coach Drake gave me the opportunity to move up as the assistant and work under Coach Shaylin Colbert. So I got my opportunity to assist there and kind of learn from her and as well from Coach Kirkpatrick when he was there during his time. And then another opportunity came up that God gave me, and I was blessed to take over and return home and lead the program. So here I am today.
Well, Jada, we are blessed to have you. Welcome home.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
So Ronnie, before I ask this first question of Coach Harris, I just had a full circle moment.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jada just reminded me.
We used to call her basketball.
Oh, my goodness. Now I feel about that old. And you probably didn't know that, but I remember us broadcasting some of y'all's basketball games.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Hopefully that'll happen again.
Absolutely.
Yes, that's the plan.
Well, Jada, let's talk about it. So let's talk about the team's identity. What are you hoping for this year? And what do you want the team to embrace both on and off the court?
It's a journey. We talk about better every day, better every way, better together. Better every day is every day you're given a new opportunity to wake up. That's a blessing in itself, and just taking advantage of the gifts that God gave you. Coming to practice, working hard, giving your best every single day, day in, day out. Better in every way. It takes what it takes. So doing the small things. That's whether you're encouraging the teammate, lifting the teammate, diving on the floor for a loose ball, taking the charge. Just doing the small things, or like even in the classroom, studying so you can get that 100 on the test, or just making sure that you're prepared, doing whatever it takes just to be better. And then better together is if you're doing your part, we're one unit, we're one family. When we put all that together, good things will happen. So,
after going into the 2024 season so young as a team and starting 2 sophomores and a freshman, how's the team grown since last season, and what areas are you most excited to see the progress in?
Very excited to watch. We're still young. I mean, we have no seniors this year. I have 3 juniors, 6 sophomores, and then we'll have 2 freshmen. So I'm excited to see these kids get after it. They've been working hard every single day. These 3 right here, they've really stepped up. You know, they started on the varsity last year, and they got to see what it was like to compete at our level, and now they know and they understand what it takes to get to the playoffs or to win some games. So I'm looking forward to them stepping up and just leading our team and being there for the younger ones and just pushing and encouraging them and just competing and executing every single day.
You know, Coach Harris, these may be some of the ladies that you'll answer this next question with, but which returning players have stepped into leadership roles in shaping the kind of team culture that you aspire for them to reach?
I'll start out with Jasmine back here. She's definitely one that I feel that's completely stepped up since her freshman year. I mean, she started off playing with me when I was the JV coach, and then we brought her up last year. She started for me, and then she's a gym rat. Before school, she's in her school clothes, in the gym shooting free throws by herself, and then after school, she stays every single day just working on her game, perfecting her game, and she's very vocal in practice, encouraging her teammates, coaching on the sidelines. And then Dawn here, she's our Energizer Bunny. She gets everybody going. She brings the energy. She's also one that's on the sideline making sure that our girls are staying up and they're encouraged and she's pushing them. And then Kenzie, she leads by example every single day. She comes in, she works hard. She's coaching on the sideline. So with me, I'm big on, I tell them all the time, it's one thing if they hear from me as a coach, but when you have other coaches and they're pushing the message and they're encouraging and we all have the same message, good things will happen. So,
well, Coach, other than one of the young ladies behind us, what underclassmen or new addition that would make an immediate impact for this season? Who you got?
We got several. I mean, I see Sophia Shellhorn. She's one, she'll be a knockdown shooter, one that I can count on to knock down shots when we need it. Armani Terrence, she's a freshman. She's a go-getter. She plays hard. She's able to attack the basket, get to the rim, and create opportunities for her teammates. And she's a lockdown defender as well. And then Michaela Dewberry is another one I feel. She'll be able to knock down shots. And I'm just excited to see what we got. Y'all just going to have to come watch and check them out, see what they can do.
So, Coach, let's talk about District 15 5A, always competitive. I'm sure you know the personnel, the teams very well. What are any key matchups or challenges that you're preparing for this year?
This year, my focus is more so just taking each game one by one. Every day is an opportunity to compete. Every day is an opportunity to win. So just making sure that we're executing, we're following our game plan, we're watching film, we're studying what they do well, what they don't do well, and making sure that we're feeding off of that and we're executing and taking advantage of those opportunities.
Focus on us.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Now, Coach, you know you're going to be in some high-pressure situations. What adjustments or new strategies are you implementing to elevate the team's performance in those situations?
Just making sure that we're prepared, going over those special situations in practice and make sure our kids are confident to know, like, hey, if this has happened, this is what we're going to do. Or if we get in this situation, this is what we're running. So just making sure that we're giving them every single opportunity to prepare for those.
Repetition.
Yes, sir.
That's good.
Coach, how do you see the support of the Ennis community playing a role in this team's journey this season?
Our kids feed off of energy, so I encourage everyone to just come out and support them. We got some really amazing kids. They work hard every day. They show up every day. They don't complain, and if they do, I don't hear it, so that's a good thing. So just be there for them, support them, encourage them, and reach out to them, and it's going to be fun.
Coach, what message do you want your players to carry with them, win or lose, throughout this season and beyond?
Win or lose, the scoreboard does not define who you are. Basketball, for me, is more than just a game. I tell them all the time, I more so care about the person you're going to be once you leave our program. My job is to make sure you leave here better young women before you came. So as long as they're ready to go and ready to spread their wings and fly, that's all that matters to me.
All right, well, let's start with junior small forward guard Jasmine Jackson. Jasmine, stepping into a starting role as a young player, how have you embraced the challenge of competing against older and more experienced players, and what's helped you stay confident and focused in those moments?
First off, I want to say is AAU. Training in the summertime. Yes, sir. Training in the summertime, getting that work in, playing against older people during AAU really helped me. The confidence in my players, my teammates, and we come in practice, we work hard, and I think that our coach has, set us up to succeed.
Great answer.
Well, the next question will be for junior center Don Hicks. And Don, District 15 5A, known for its fierce competition and physical play in the paint. Talk about this as a center, having to face up against this level of talent week in and week out. How does that help you shape your confidence, technique, and your leadership?
I would say, this has helped me shape my technique and leadership because my resilience, for real. But also, once you recognize and adapt to your strengths, you will have that ready-to-go beast mode attitude and mindset, for real.
Love that.
Yes, sir. Okay, Mackenzie Bodine. Have you started having started as a freshman and stepping into such a huge role again this season, what specific areas did you focus on during the offseason to elevate your game, and how has Coach Harris influenced the growth both on and off the court?
This offseason, I mostly focused on ball handling and my shooting under pressure and also my leadership skills. Coach Harris has impacted my role by she's just bring the confidence out of me on and off the court, and she has also shown me how the mental side is more important as the physical side on the court.
Yeah.
Right on.
That's awesome. Well done, young ladies.
Yeah, great job, ladies,
well done.
for sure.
We certainly hope to get you girls back on, and hopefully we get you through the season and into some playoffs, huh?
Yeah.
Is that the goal?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's what we're shooting for.
Thank you, ladies. Appreciate it very much. Coach Harris, thank you. Best of luck. How about it? Big round of applause.
Well, Tim, it's been another one.
It's been another one. Another one in the books. How about that?
That was a good show.
I want to remind everybody, appreciate everybody tuning in right here on Ennis Sports Network YouTube channel for Coach Talk with Don Drake. Get out there and support the Ennis Lions football team Friday night in Terrell. It's just down the road on 34. If I need to give you some directional signs, I can do that. Special thanks to Coach Harris. Get out and watch the basketball team. First game is when? November 7th.
That's right around the
North
corner.
Mesquite. All right. Well, again, we appreciate it. Ronnie, any final thoughts before we say good night to this one?
Just want to say thank you to Fern in the Wild for doing such a fine job, and thank y'all for all coming and supporting these athletes.
Big round of applause to Fern in the Wild. Again, Coach Talk brought to you by Webster, Vicknair, and McLeod. For Cody Dickerson, where is Bart Harrison? Where is Rick Nelson? There's Todd Jones. There's Kevin Bohannon. We appreciate all of our Intersports Network and Vice President. I'm sorry about that, Sandy. For Ronnie Greer, I'm Tim Samuel saying good night, everybody.
Hey Ennis Lions fans, we invite you to come and enjoy Fern in the Wild in downtown Ennis. Located at 211 West Knox Street, this locally owned hidden gem offers farm fresh dishes all made in-house and from scratch. You will also enjoy craft cocktails, boutique shopping, and Wednesday through Saturday an inviting speakeasy, all in a charming historic setting. Come join us for lunch, dinner, and you don't want to miss the Wild Brunch on Saturday and Sundays. Go to ferninthewild.com to make your reservation. Fern in the Wild. Come make yourself at home, y'all.
Kozlowski's Collision Repair is run by a family that will treat your vehicle like their own. Located in Ennis, they provide professional and affordable collision repair that you can depend on. Dent removal, auto body work, and collision repair, you name it, and you'll take care of it. Contact Kozlowski's Collision Repair today at 972-875-3900 for all of your collision repair needs. Kozlowski's Collision Repair, a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions. When it comes to home building or improvement in Ellis County, one name stands out: Blackland Building Supply in Ennis. Decades of experience, the Blackland team knows what builders and homeowners need: quality products, fair prices, and reliable availability. Their massive 16,000 square foot showroom and 5 acres of lumber ensure you'll find exactly what you're looking for. Visit them at 1701 South Kaufman in Ennis or call 972-878-0995. Blackland Building Supply, local, dependable, and proud supporters of the Ennis Lions.
Harmony Bank is a proud sponsor of the Ennis Lions. At Harmony Bank, we believe better happens together. We feel the same when we watch our Ennis Lions come together on the field. Harmony Bank is a community bank dedicated to this community, and we build real connections by delivering unsurpassed banking solutions for families and for businesses. Visit any of our convenient locations in Ennis, Waxahachie, Italy, Rice, Kemp, 7 Points, or at one of our 5 locations in Dallas. Come see us at Harmony Bank. Member FDIC.
The boys are back in town, so gear up for another Ennis Lions football season with some new glass. Here at Ennis Glass, the job isn't finished until you're satisfied. Family owned and operated for 35 years, Mike and Chris Vasquez knows what it takes to get the job done right.
So call now and get your free estimate today. 972-878-9902. That's 972-878-9902. Financing available.
The glass that lasts. Ennis Glass, proud sponsors of Ennis Lions football.
Hungry for real Texas favorites? Come to Alma Smokehouse Barbecue off I-45 in Alma, Texas. Family owned and operated by Jesse and Susan Martinez since 2009. Alma Smokehouse serves up mouth-watering favorites like baby back ribs, succulent brisket, smoked sausage, and much more. They've even got you covered for breakfast. So bring your appetite to 6531 Southwest I-45, Ennis, Texas, or call 972-875-2669. That's Alma Smokehouse Barbecue, where Texas flavor meets family tradition.